Summer, did
I
you want
was
to say something?
I was gonna put a little twist on it. I'm married to an ordained minister. Together, been married for 27 years. And I showed him the picture and I said, babe, if we were going out to a gala, would you mind me wearing this dress? Would you encourage me to wear this dress? He took a look at it and he said, is that material? Is that sheer? And then we zoomed in and he was like, well, that's flesh tone material. So you technically cover, but I don't mind it if that's something that you would want to wear. And I said, okay, now I think the commotion goes in at is the design of it, right? Like, so she was modestly covered up, right? So let's just take that off the table. She was modestly covered up because it was material. So the modest part was she was covered up. Now, I think where people got up in airs about the dress is the design of it, the webbing. The webbing went to her private, right? It
Exactly.
was the intention to go towards the private part. But as far as her modesty is concerned, she was covered up. This
But
sheer,
I
it
had
wasn't like her gloves. It was flesh tone. I think it was this design. So my question to you, I wanted to ask is if that black part on the bottom was raised up to her hip and that webbing that made it an illusion that she was wearing a thong, because that's what it looked like. I mean, call a spade, I get it. But if that black part was raised up and the rest of the bodice was the way that it was, would it have still been an issue?
I
That's a
I
good
don't
question.
I don't understand why we're doing technicalities, man. This is crazy. Like Summer, it like we are
No,
not
I get
fashion.
it, but I was
No,
just
I
asking. I
know.
was just asking.
Summer,
It
Summer,
wouldn't have been.
Summer.
But
I'm
yes
not a
or no?
fashion designer, right? And I don't want to dodge your
Yeah.
question. But imagine that I come here and say, "Hey, man, I'm wearing gray set pants, and I know my print is showing. But would it that bad if you wore shorts instead of cargo pants? Would it be? It would be better if it was like a full blown, like, and I twisted on the side, and I put some band. Like that's what.
No, it's not this. It's not the same, brother. It's not the same. It's not the same, brother. I understand her point because looking at the dress, right? Like looking at the dress, the position of that webbing that she's speaking of, it is directly over her crotch area. So it kind of forces your eyes to look there. So I understand what she's saying. I didn't think of it like that in the and when I first saw the dress, when I first saw people talking about it. I didn't pay attention to that part. So honestly, that's not a bad argument. You feel what I'm saying? Because again, that is the first thing you kind of like see almost. It's kind of like a bullseye almost. And the way that the dress is designed to where the black parts of the dress, it does look as if she's wearing like a thong or something like. So I look, her argument is valid. Her argument is 100% valid. Now, me personally, I wouldn't go for it either way. But I understand her argument for sure.
Is not okay. Is distracting. Is not modest. Is giving you sexual attention for a person that is in the church. That's not okay anywhere. Just like it's not okay for me to wear gray sweatpants and my print is showing, and people coming to me and say this is inappropriate. Oh, on this setting is okay. No, it's not. No, it's not. Go get something that doesn't show your schlong going left and right every time you make a step. Like we know this,
Pause.
but for
Pause.
whatever reason, woman and man, there's a lot of men that actually are into this. If you want to be like the
True.
woman of the world, go ahead and do it. Just don't claim church. Like do it. If you want to get your like as soon as you want to do, if you want to dress like Bernice Burgos, go ahead and do it. Just don't claim church. I don't have no problem with that. If you want to dress at something that you know it kind of looking see-through, and you know what we do with things that we think is see-through? Let me
Yeah.
zoom in real quick. Let me look it from the back. Let me look it from the bottom. Hey man, do you think this is see-through? Like the fact that we are talking about this shows that it didn't land what they wanted to. Like it didn't land. Like it didn't work. So
No. I ain't. No, we ain't about to do that. It did. It got exactly what they planned for it to get. You don't wear some shit like that, especially being a first lady of a church, you don't wear some shit like that without understanding there's going to be some attention around it. I believe they did that shit for the attention, and they got exactly what the fuck they wanted. I 100% believe they did that shit for the attention, and they got exactly what the fuck they wanted. 100%. They already knew what was going to happen when she wore that dress. They knew exactly the attention that was going to come from it when she put that shit on. They knew. They 100% knew. So, yeah, they got exactly what the fuck they wanted. They got exactly what they wanted. Attention.
Instead of just saying, this is inappropriate, they should know better, let's move on. Why we keep doing what about this? What if it was that? What if it was that? What if it was that? Like especially if you are from a pot, like you are Christian, well married, y'all out of the danger zone now, way over the period time. Like if you and your husband that have these results agree with these, where is the hope? Just burn everything down. Just burn everything down.
And I think that's the issue.
If this is inside of a church, burn everything down. Because I will say you this: if my mom dressed like this, oh my god, bro,
hell no.
She wouldn't hear the end of this. These will be. I got you, Tom. These my dad will go crazy. I would go crazy. My brother will go crazy. And these will be topic of the neighborhood for a year. Remember when Fatty Mama went to that gala dress and all that? Why do y'all condone this? It's incredible. Why?
They wanted the attention. That's why they did it.
I don't think it's technicality is for a couple reasons. One, a bunch of the women on the panel said that like the major big deal with it was that it seems to like zone into her coochie, that like it's highlighting her coochie. So when she says if you raise up those lines a bit, it's no longer like zoning into her coochie. Now the thing that everybody has a big problem with is no longer an aspect of it. But two, when we're talking about like whether or not she wears this and like where they were going, Red says like, oh, but shouldn't she like be holy all the time? Shouldn't she be like doing the right thing all the time, even if they're not going to church? But the problem is that there's different things that are appropriate in different areas. If she went to a pool and wore a bikini, I don't think all of us would be like, oh my goodness, how?
Yes, you will. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Yes, no, stop there, Tom. Let's talk with each other. If you are wearing a Baywatch bikini, like the full one, I would say, see, this is our conservative woman dresses.
Right.
She's going to the beach, she's going to the pool, and she's wearing a onesie that covers as much as possible. If this woman pulls up on a tongue, I'm sending that to TMZ tomorrow. Hey, you look at President Brian wife on a tongue. No. Hey, Tom, 1 second, Tom.
What I was saying though.
No, Tom, 1 second. Answer this, Tom. If you saw this woman in a beach wearing a tongue.
Everything I said, and then I.
No. I'm Tom. You can do that. I'm not understanding thing because I actually know better, right? Okay.
You just strawmanned everything.
I didn't strawman. You made the statement. If this woman wore a bikini on the beach, because it's appropriate, we wouldn't say nothing. And what I'm saying, Tom, and what I'm saying is that yes, we would. We have somebody on the panel. 1 second, Tom. 1 second. We have somebody on the panel called Crimson Cure. She pulled up right now. I have an extreme respect from her because she can get hundreds of people watching her show while she's fully covered and she's just expressing her opinions. On our space, there's women that literally are showing their thighs, are showing their titties. They come in literally showing their legs and their dressing is like, I don't have respect for that because I know what you're doing, right? If I saw Crimson Cure tomorrow on the beach and she was dressed in a thong and a G-string, I would be shocked. I'd be like, what the hell? Why you is on YouTube and on your live you do this? Red said it better than everybody. Your rules doesn't end when you leave that church. If you have to be modest according to God, God is everywhere. He's in Dubai, he's in China, he's in Madrid, he's in Milwaukee. So if this woman is the wife of a pastor and she obeys the laws of God, she should know better on dressing like this on a gala.
Facts.
Right? Right, Tom, or not?
I think that there are bikinis that are like different than other ones. So I agree that yes, when you say thong bikini or string bikini, yeah, sure. But if it's like a bikini that is like covering up everything, but it still just shows their belly, I don't think that that's something that's horrifically inappropriate for somebody who's going to a pool. I don't think that that's even for a pastor's wife. I don't think that that's something that anybody would think is really inappropriate.
Nah, 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 nah. Like I understand what you're saying, but again, if you are of the cloth, right? If you are in if you are in that space of you're saying that you're a Christian and you follow the rules of the Bible and all of this, your husband's a pastor, you're the first lady of a church, like yeah, there is certain things that listen, just call us there's certain things that you cannot do. It's just what it is. There are certain things that you cannot do. Period. You dig what I'm saying? If you want to be out here doing regular shit that regular people do, then step away, step aside, step away from the church, step away from the limelight of presenting yourself as this holy couple. You dig what I'm saying? Step away from it. Completely erase it and just come out and say, listen, we not rocking with that no more. We just want to be regular people. We gonna be out here doing regular shit. Then nobody would care. But when you package yourself as a pastor and a pastor's wife, it's just certain shit you can't do, man. It's just what it is. It's certain shit you cannot do because you will be judged for it. It is what it is. And it's like Fatty said, if this Crimson Cure lady, you could tell she got a hijab on, you could tell 100% she's Islam. She's under the umbrella of Islam. If you seen her online every day for a year like that, hijab, fully covered and all of that, and then you see her off the internet and she dressed completely different. She ain't got no hijab on, she got her hair out, got the crop tops on with the tits out and all that. You gonna be like, whoa, what the fuck is going on? You dig what I'm saying? So listen, when you are in these spaces, when you fill these spaces, when you are presenting yourself as being of these spaces where God is involved, listen, fam, there's certain shit you can't do. It is what it is.
Well, time to move the goalposts again. On three, fellas. 1, 2, 3, push!
I didn't move the goalpost. You moved the goalpost.
Tom,
I'm trying to get you to actually engage with what I said. You moved the goalpost.
Tom.
I didn't say string bikini. I didn't say thong bikini. I didn't say any of that.
No, Tom, is that a line? No, Tom, is that a line on bikinis where religious women are crossing the line? Is that a line?
There are bikinis where it would cross the line.
Okay, so this is what we're saying with the dress. There's some dresses that are. Oh, 1 second, please. There's some dresses that are okay to go to the mall. Like, look for. Let me give you an example, right? Everybody familiar with Ice Spice, right? Ice Spice did a song for SpongeBob the movie, which is a kids movie. It's one of the biggest kids franchise in the planet. And this showed up on the premiere with a see-through dress where you can see her tongue from the back and from the front.
What?
There's a clear violation. This is a kid movie. Horrible. What are you doing? So, Tom, there's a clear line. You know.
I ain't even know that. That's crazy. That is wicked. She really did some shit like that's crazy. Some people just can't turn that shit off. Some people just like doing whole shit, man. They can't turn that shit off. Because if you went to a SpongeBob premiere with the cheeks out, it's crazy. That is crazy. And I'm gonna look it up. I'm not gonna look it up right now, but I'm gonna look it up. And if that shit is true, that is crazy.
I know what you're known for, but you are going to this kid premiere dress up properly. It's the same thing with this woman. You are on this type of situation. I don't want you to be covered up like with the bark and all that because that's not how we live in the West. But make sure that you don't steal the attention from everything that is done on that day, and people now are focused on your soul. Don't do it. It's fine. Like, you are already beautiful. You're a pretty woman. You have a
Facts.
bunch of money. You can live anywhere and everywhere. You are the envy of most women of your congregation. And you're throwing it all away because you want a little bit of attention from random people that never are going to look at your way. It's kind of crazy, Tom. You see what I'm saying? It's just too much.
Yes,
Sure,
and I'm gonna say,
I never said the
I'm gonna
dress was
say, I'm gonna
appropriate.
say this
I
real
don't.
quick too before Crimson Cure goes. If my resources should only be for my woman, and you'd be upset with me sharing my resources with another woman, why are we so accepting of women sharing their bodies with everybody except for their men? Your body
Facts.
should belong to me, not for everybody's eyes, not for everybody else to witness. Your body parts should be my body parts because I'm financing it as well too. I'm supporting it. So if my money ain't for everybody, your body shouldn't be for everybody. But we
That's
keep
right.
allowing this. We keep allowing women to have one foot in the door, excuse me, inside the door, one foot outside the door, where they got a man to keep marketing themselves, and then men are gaslighted to say that they're insecure
Insecure.
because they want their woman to respect them because there's a
Facts.
reflection of them, but she can go out and market herself all the time. But I can't share my money and get multiple women, but she can share herself with everyone to get attention. How
And
you
and
gonna
I- and I, and I'll go even further. If this pastor was on IG liking pictures of women dressing just like this, y'all woman will be all supporting the wife. This is a dishonor. Why is this pastor liking the picture of woman dressing
Yeah,
in a see-through dress?
you got a
Right?
point.
The man can go ahead and like all these women that are doing just like this, but she can dress to get the attention of all the men in the planet because this is what we're talking about. This is what I listen with one foot in, one foot out. I don't care if you are a I don't care if you're a secular woman. I don't care if you dress very like. Go ahead and be Amber Rose. Do the walk. Own it. Don't do that. And then once you are later, you say, "Yes, Crimson. Yes, you are right. I should dress modestly." Amen. No, stay over there. Stay over there. You want to do the best of both worlds. So once you are with certain people, you dress a certain type of way, and once you are with the respectable people, now you are trying to be a chameleon and try to move on a direction. No, you did what you did. Go sit on that table. Don't go and ruin the reputation of women that do that on a daily. That's trash. Go ahead and interrupt
Okay,
it.
can I just
Uh,
well, can I just real quick? I just want to be able to respond real
it's
quick.
never real quick, Dom. You're not going
I
to.
was
You're not
not
going to.
justifying her dress. The Summer was asking about if the lines were moved up, would that make a difference? She asked you the question. You didn't answer the question. You said that it wasn't a
Yes,
What
I
the
justification.
did.
fuck is that? What the fuck is a burkini? See, now I got some more shit to look up. What the fuck is a burkini? I never heard of that before. Now I gotta look it up because I never heard of that shit before. Burkini. Oh damn! So pretty much is a it looks like an Islamic swimsuit that's like that you fully covered in like pants almost pants and I never heard of that. Huh? You learn something new every day.
Why the question was justified. And then you started acting as though I justified the dress when I didn't. I was saying that her question makes sense, moving the lines up,
The-
that is like a good question because it
our
can
our
make her
question
follow the
doesn't our question is not a fair question because we are not fashion designers. What she has to do is go on ChatGPT and say, "Hey ChatGPT, make these dress lines
I
go
did.
up with the left and the right." And she sends me the picture. I put the picture on the screen, and now we can have a fair conversation if this is too much or not. If this is not too much, I will say it's not too much. You are not going to make me be Giorgio Armani on my brain and readjust the dress that I already saw it first. It's like the what about this? What about that? I get it, but respectfully, if I can see it, I can talk on it. Go ahead, Crimson, and then Summer, and then we need to go to Super Chess and the main event. I ate man says Cardi B. We're going to have a conversation about that. Go ahead, Crimson. Thank you very much for pulling up. You got the
No
mic.
problem. I want to thank everybody for just letting me up because I'm not going to be up here long. I just wanted to speak on the modesty piece. First of all, Red Lipstick Vibes hit it directly on the head. She hit it directly on the head when she's talking about if you are claiming to be a woman of God, first of all, you set yourself apart according to
Facts.
that. and what you say you believe about that.
Facts.
And that happens 24/7. It happens all the time. If that's what you believe and that's the standard to which you hold yourself, and you believe that God is also holding you to a certain standard, then you uphold yourself to that standard all the time. It doesn't relax.
Facts.
Depending on the environment.
Facts.
Because that one, Pastor Jamal's wife, claims to be a pastor herself, as well as a first lady. Therefore,
she out
no
of
matter
pocket.
whether she was in a church or at a gala or you can be beautiful and still be modest.
Facts.
And that's where a lot of women they get that mixed up. I can't be beautiful unless I'm sexy. And that's not necessarily true. There are so many Muslim women that I say, I have beautiful dresses in my closet. When I want to dress up formally, I do that. And no more skin or anything is show than it do right now. It's just a different material and a different way I rock it, but it's still all covered up. It's still loose. It's not sheer. We're arguing semantics about whether or not it was actually sheer, whether or not it was just nude color. We all know it was just nude color, but that's also a problem, because why would you want the illusion of being naked?
Facts.
Why would you want somebody to look at you and have to do a second, third, fourth take to try to figure out, is those your panties or nah?
Facts.
Like, there's no way that you should be sitting somewhere guiding, teaching, talking about anything in a Bible or anywhere else, okay? Especially talking about the God of Abraham, when we know them laws strict.
Facts.
All right? Talking about you gonna lead somebody and tell somebody that, but you went to a gala or somewhere else where, well, it's not a church. Just like Sister Rose was saying, I disagree with the young lady on that, because she was like, well, for the environment, it might not have been so bad. Blah, 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 blah. I have to disagree with her. It doesn't matter if she was at a gala, a non-church or non-religious setting. She's still supposedly who she is.
Facts.
So that should be represented regardless. There's no way that she should have been trying to be sexy.
Let her cook.
You can be beautiful. You can be modest.
Facts.
You don't have to be sexy. You can be sexy at the house.
Facts.
Because I wear this outside. I own 2 pairs of booty shorts. Nobody will never see me in them but my husband. It is what it is.
Talk to him.
I can be sexy. I'm just not sexy for the world. I'm sexy for the man that's supposed to be looking at my sexy. And that's really all I gotta say.
Talk to him. Gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. You gotta love it, man. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I've always, and you know what's crazy? I had this conversation with my lady a few times. I hate when people say, right, oh, I'm a God-fearing woman or I'm a God-fearing man. But everything you do shows me you don't fear shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always dislike that shit. Like, God-fearing, but you out here, you're promiscuous. You feel what I'm saying? Nothing you do is of like a religious nature. Nothing you do. You drink, you smoke, you fornicate, you out here wilding out, you disrespect your moms. You know, like, none of this shit screams God-fearing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, none of it. You dig what I'm saying? Like, the way she is speaking is 100% how it should be. That's just my opinion. And yes, I am Muslim, 100%. You dig what I'm saying? The way she is speaking is how it should be. That is how it should be. You feel what I'm saying? The world should not be able to see what is for your husband's eyes only. You feel what I'm saying? The world should not see, even men, the world should not see what is for your wife's eyes only. It don't make sense. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it don't make sense. Man, I just wish more women would understand. I really wish they would understand. Even the ones that claim they are God-fearing, you're not God-fearing because y'all be out here tripping, bruh. Y'all be out here tripping.
That's right, Chris. I just got one more thing to say.
Preach this.
What Fatty was saying, I totally agree with you, Crimson. But check this out. 1 Kings 18:21. How long will you be between two opinions? You got to choose one or the other. God or Baal. What's happening now is a lot of churches and a lot of Christians and a lot of people that's in religion, they're straddling the fence. They want to believe in God and then they want to do the things of the world. Here's another scripture for you.
You can't have it both ways.
Matthew 6:24. No man can serve two
gods.
masters.
Yeah,
because you can betray one.
Facts.
And in this case, she betrayed God. Because she walked out that door not representing herself as a woman of God.
Facts.
She walked out that door representing herself as something else. I'm not going to say.
And I'm gonna say this last part too that people aren't really paying too much attention to. When Pastor Jamal got up and do his little rant, okay, and he was up there talking about, well, I'm the one that bought the dress, and I'm the one. So you helped her sin.
Exactly.
So
pretty much.
Here's the thing about that. You can't use my husband told me as a cover to disobey God, because God said even in the Quran, it is more befitting that you fear me than fear anybody. So even my husband, and God give my husband the jurisdiction over me, but even my husband don't have the jurisdiction to override what God said was right or wrong. So if God said that's wrong, and my husband say, well, I give you permission to do what's wrong, who should I obey? Which one? Who? See, when you really about that life and standing on business, you got to stand on business all the way around. Period, point blank. And I'm really done.
You're not getting it. It's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
Talk to him. Talk to him. Talk. Listen, dog. I fuck with it. I fuck with it, man. I fuck with it. I fuck with it, man. That's just how it is, dog. Like, I believe the whole reason this thing is a topic, the whole reason this shit is discussed is because of who she is. If she wasn't who she was, nobody would give a shit. Nobody would care. I'm 100% of that belief. If she was not who she was, nobody would give a shit. It's just because I didn't even know she called herself a pastor herself. I just thought she was the first lady of a pastor, like the first lady of the church, and she was married to a pastor. I didn't know she was a pastor herself. That's even worse. You feel what I'm saying? But like I said, if she was not who she was and he was not who he was, nobody would give a shit about none of this shit. You dig what I'm saying? It's only a thing because of who they are. You feel what I'm saying? If you put yourself in the limelight as being these religious people, these God-fearing people, everything y'all do is for God's permission, is for God's approval, pardon me, then you can't go out here and live your life as if you're straddling on the fence. It's like, well, in the church we act this way, but outside the church we kind of like, we let loose a little bit. That's not how this shit work. You feel what I'm saying? That's not how this shit work. It's not how this shit work. But y'all let me know how y'all feel down in the comments, man. I'm gonna leave a link in the description so y'all can go finish watching the video. Man, that sister she was cooking, you heard? But before you go, you already know I need you to like, comment, subscribe, share, all of that good shit, man. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Bow!